Well, good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone this morning. We have a full roster of topics and guests for today, and I want to begin with the representatives of the Regional Planning Commission. Tom Mazer is here along with Evelyn Smith to talk about two related topics. One is coming up is the bike counts activity that is being undertaken, and the other is the bike rodeo. And this is all in the context of an overall focus on bike and pedestrian safety. Mr. Mazer, all yours. By the way, your hair looks great this morning.
I was cautioned. Yes. Good morning. Thank you for attending. As the mayor said, I am the head cook and bottle washer at the RPC, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some rather disturbing data that we've been uncovering with respect to the number and frequency of the bicycle and pedestrian crashes that we're experiencing here in Allen County and in Lima specifically. Over the last 5 years, Lima and Allen County have exhibited a number of crashes. Allen County ranks number one in both bike and pedestrian crashes for all counties under 125,000 people in terms of the per capita rate of both bicycle and pedestrian crashes. And Lima ranks number one for the same types of crashes for cities between 30 and 50,000. Inherently bad. This isn't the first time it's happened. It happened more than a decade ago, at which time there was a concerted effort on part of a number of different agencies that got together, including the Lima PD, the Allen County Sheriff's Office, the Health Department, and the schools, and we were able to turn that corner. But the numbers are back, and I think this time we've got a more diversified, broader base of support. Some of the same actors are there, but we also have the support of Activate Allen County, and hopefully we'll be able to push those things back a little bit. In the past, we've worked with the schools and the students and the parents to push educational attainment levels. We've worked with law enforcement, and back in the day when they actually had bike patrols on the streets, and they were effective in the enforcement side of the equation. And then we also had traffic engineering. I mean, you're starting to see the fruits of the new sidewalks and the new signals and the pedestrian heads on those signals and the crosswalks and some of the ADA ramps. This isn't just about children. There's a lot of people in wheelchairs and on crutches and elderly people that we're trying to make this system a little bit more accessible. Connectivity is a big issue. But from the perspective of dealing with this right here and right now, we are in the process of going through an engineering analysis of all of the bicycle crashes and all of the pedestrian crashes, and we'll be coming back with some improvements. We also have an active transportation plan that's been developed in concert with the Bicycle and Pedestrian Task Force, and that's on its way to roll out, and that too should also address the connectivity issues and the priority improvements that need to be done in order to improve the overall safety across the community. And then we also have an educational component coming out that I'll let Evelyn speak to. But today I'd like to talk to you a little bit more about getting a handle on what the existing system services. We have what we call a bike ped count coming up on September 9th through the 13th. And what we're asking people to do, especially if you're an interested stakeholder, is to take a 2-hour block, and document the number of pedestrians and the number of bicyclists that are at specific locations. We're looking at that from a number of reasons. One is to assess the use of this existing system and to gauge the improvements that need to be made, not only based on the activity level, but also on the character or the orientation. You know, are there more bikes? Are there more peds? Is it more of an AM time frame, or is it a PM time frame? When are the people actually using the systems? The data will help us prioritize a lot of the improvements that need to be made overall the entire system. So whether we're talking about sidewalks or paths through the parks, or whether we're talking about bicycle lanes, you know, there's a lot of data that's out there that we need to analyze a little bit more. So if anybody is interested in picking up a 2-hour window on during the weekdays, those hours are from 7 to 9 a.m., from 11 to 1 a.m. to p.m. In the early afternoon. We have another count between 3:30 and 5:30 in the afternoons, and we have another count between 5:30 and 7:30 on the weekdays. On Saturday, we're only asking for a block, a 12 to 2 block of time. And anybody that's interested, I would ask them to call Lauren or Josh over at the YMCA, who will work to register them, make sure that they get the appropriate forms and the instructions so they understand what they're dealing with. And that phone number is 419-221-5035. Correct? Thank you, ladies. And as far as the educational component, I will let Evelyn address that.
Well, thank you all. As we're having a bike rodeo, and any of you who have been around for any length of time know that some years ago we had bike rodeos galore all the time, all summer long, in neighborhood after neighborhood, and gave many, many helmets away. Well, we're back. And I'm not sure that we're going to do as many as we did back then. But nonetheless, we'll be doing a bike rodeo. And I don't come with a small piece of paper. I come with a large one. Tom talked about the large consortium. I'm not going to go through the whole list, but we have, here's all the logos for a huge list of partners that we have. And we are going to the Northside Neighborhood Association. One of the reasons that we chose the Northside Neighborhood Association is because over the past 10 years, they've experienced 62 bicycle crashes and 54 pedestrian incidents. And so when you look at that, if you want to target your awareness activities where the problem is. And so Mr. Blavelt from Northside graciously is working with us and helping us out, found us some money. Am I allowed to say where the money came from? And that is, which you tell us. I don't want to make a mistake.
It was a grant from Allstate, insurance through Sam.
Thank you, sir. And so we were able to buy bicycle helmets so that the first 100 participants that come will receive a free bicycle helmets. Josh Unterbrink from the Y has been working really hard, and we'll have a couple of bikes to give away, as well as a lot of other prizes. And that bike rodeo is Saturday, September 13th. We have a rain date of September 20th, but as Josh says, it's going to be a beautiful fall day. So we will be there on the 13th of September from 10 a.m. to noon at St. Gerard's Catholic Church. We'll be in the parking lot behind the church. It's for youth ages 5 to 12, and kids need to bring their bike, their helmet, and don't wear flip-flops. Have closed-toed shoes. And the event is open to the public. It's open to everyone, just not those folks from Northside, but we are certainly targeting Northside. And so if any of you want some posters to put up in your agencies or your place of business, we had at the park, that would be a wonderful place. Matter of fact, I'll bring you one over as I sit down. And that's about it. Okay?
Thank you both.
Thank you.
I have to say that's the best behaved I've seen Tom Mazur in a public setting in a long time.
Because I was here.
I think that must be it. So, we do have representatives here from our sister city, Lima Sister City Association, for information about recruitment that's underway for a teacher to go to Harima shows. So, Sandra, are you taking the lead? Sandra Lichty? Sylvia? Okay, ladies.
You talk.
It's always great to attend the mayor's press conferences and learn about all the wonderful activities and the people involved in them here in Lima. Lima is a great place to be and to live in, and it keeps getting better. And I'm happy to report on the Lima Sister City activities for this year. We had a wonderful group of high school students representing high schools throughout Allen County visit our sister city, Harimacho, in Japan in June. And they came back with wonderful reports of their experiences having homestays with Japanese families. And then just a week ago, we said goodbye to a group of visitors from Harimacho who stayed with us here in Lima in our homes. We thank all the host families that hosted them and the mayor and all those who helped to give them a wonderful stay in Lima and a nice tour of our city. Well, today we're continuing with our exchange activities with Harimacho. I'm just going to hold up one of their news magazines. Harima is what it says here. And they are very much involved in international activities in Harimacho. They have an international friendship association. They do a lot of activities and exchanges with a variety of countries and people. And we are happy to be a part of that. We have been sending English teachers to Harimacho now ever since 1999. That was our first English teacher that we sponsored. That was Melanie Ashworth. In 2000, our second English teacher to Harimacho was Stephanie Inkrut. Our third HET teacher, Harimacho English teacher, was Sarah Burkhalter. She went in 2001. In 2002, our fourth teacher was Keelan Whetstone. In 2003, our fifth English teacher was Regina Colwell. In 2005, we sent our sixth English teacher, Craig Hoffman, who, by the way, wound up finding a wonderful wife in Japan and got married and has decided to stay in Japan, and he's still living there, working there, and they have a beautiful family. And then in 2010, we sent our seventh English teacher, Kyle Moore, and Kyle went together with his wife, Nubia, and stayed for several years. In 2014, we sent Ross Short, graduate of Ohio State University. Ross will be finishing up his year teaching English in the junior high schools of Harimacho as of next March. And so now we are looking for applicants who will send in their applications. I will be receiving them. And you can check with the link of Lima Sister Cities on the mayor's page, webpage, to look up this information. Let me give you a few of the details. This is to fill a 2015 position as English teacher for junior high school students in Harimacho, working together with the Japanese English language teacher as an assistant in the classroom. And this is a paid position. You need to have a 4-year degree. It can be in most any subject. Living accommodations are provided to the teacher, and their plane fare will be reimbursed. You will sign a 1-year contract, and you will have opportunity to renew that contract in consultation with the Harimacho Board of Education and our group here in Lima. And there have been those who have decided to extend their contract and stay longer than 1 year. So we are accepting those applications now. Contact me, Sandra Lichty, at 419-303-4505 or at my email address at phoebe@bright.net. And we will be putting an ad in the newspaper, and also you will see other ads in the community. The deadline for the applications, thank you, Sylvia, our president, is October 11th, and then we will be doing interviews of the candidates at the end of October. Others have some things to add? I'm sure I forgot something. No, I'm fine.
One thing, there are media announcements back on the chair. Please pick one up. And for those of you that are thinking, I've got to get out of my family life for a year, you cannot be older than 35 years of age. So I don't know if that limits anybody. It's a wonderful opportunity to travel, to learn, and to be immersed in the culture. And the people then report back to us, Lima Sister Cities. We are only a buffering agent. We are only the ones that help find someone to go to represent Lima and this area. We do not have anything to do with the contract that you sign with Harima Cho.
Oh, yeah. add that.
We do want to add, you do not have to be Japanese speaking. We have probably at least 4 members, including Sandra here, who have lived and speak fluent Japanese. So we will work with them over the months to get some basic Japanese. So that is not a requirement either.
Terrific.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
I want to thank all of the volunteers involved with the Lima Sister City Association. It's really a vigorous activity that goes on year-round with all kinds of things underway, and it really takes a lot of attention to detail. And this is a great opportunity for someone in our community, somebody that's just getting out of graduating from college. What a great way to go and see Japan. I mean, it's truly a spectacular opportunity, and it's almost too good to be true. That's really the way to think about this. So we want to share the word and get people to apply and make sure that there are really a number of candidates for Lima Sister Cities to interview. So thank you, and thanks for the hospitality the past week with our guests. I know they had a great time, although they didn't have a good time going back. Weather interrupted their flights, and they missed things, and it took them considerably longer to get home, which is, I think, the risk all of us run these days on our airlines. So, also this morning, Jesse Pope is here representing Sharetta Smith, who is a Lima native. Jesse, come up. Sharetta spoke at the Alpha Kappa Alpha breakfast, MLK breakfast. Was that this year, Jesse, or 2 years ago?
That was this year.
This year. And Sharetta is an attorney and magistrate in Tennessee, and she's from Lima. She did a really spectacular job in her remarks, but she's also made it clear that she hasn't forgotten her hometown, and she has stimulated a process for an event that's going to take place here in Lima among entrepreneurs in our African American community. Jesse?
Thank you. Good morning. As the mayor just mentioned, my name is Jesse Pope, and I'm with the POTS Entrepreneur Center as well as the Lima Minority Business Assistance Center Region 2 representative. I was recently contacted by Sharetta. Sharetta has organized a meeting and a gathering for Lima minority-owned businesses to meet up and just talk, primarily about strategies to help rebuild Lima and the economy in Lima. I think one of the important things to realize is that Sharetta is an Ohio Northern University graduate, and as the mayor stated, did an excellent presentation. She's also a judge magistrate in Chattanooga, Tennessee. In the meeting that was here, it was actually Martin Luther King's breakfast. Meeting and talking with some of the friends and other business people in the community, just from a family chat, and out of that, there were some things that came up about why is it that we're not a real strong force in terms of entrepreneurs in the city of Lima. So Sharetta, out of that conversation, decided that maybe we need to just have another meeting. And as a result, they were planning on having meetings quarterly just to get an update and talk about some of the strategies for improving the African American businesses in this area. As I stated, she wants to engage more in a conversational type approach. to just look at what is it that we need in order to strengthen the businesses, whether it's what other barriers that may be out there that we need to be addressing, what customer service approaches do we need to be developing as African American businesses. The organizing effort has taken place, and there will be a meeting at the Bradfield Community Center Friday from 7 to 9 o'clock. Along with Sharita, it will be accompanying her Jermaine Harper, who is a publisher of the Urban Voice news magazine and is a real estate broker and a young man that has done real well for himself as an entrepreneur, will come to help facilitate the talks and the conversation. So the only goal is to engage in the conversation and understand what's required to help the minority businesses in the area, and hopefully to establish some continuity of a network that will allow find out what resources are available in the area, what the needs are, and out of that, hopefully, we can get a much stronger African American business environment in Lima. As I stated, I was contacted by her as being a part of the Potts Entrepreneur Center. I did indicate that I will be there to represent the Potts Entrepreneur Center as well as represent the Minority Business Assistance Centers, so that we know what resources are available to help. And there's no goal other than to talk and find out exactly what the African American business people want in the area and what help is needed. So again, that meeting will be at Bradfield Community Center this Friday from 7 to 9.
That's PM.
That's PM, 7 p.m.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse. Cherry Mitchell is here from Activate Allen County with information about a very special outreach to young people in our community. Cherry?
Good morning. Thank you, Mayor Berger. I am the project director for the Small Communities Transformation Grant that was awarded to Activate Allen County. We are coming up on the ending of our grant period. It ends September 29th, and what better way to end the grant with a celebration for youth in our community. We have contracted with Youth Empowered Solutions out of North Carolina to train our youth here in this city in the areas of real food, active living, and tobacco-free living. They will develop advocacy skills and practice techniques so that they can basically empower themselves here to stand up for the obesity issues that we are experiencing. The event will take place September 25th, 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Veterans Civic Center. And to register your student or child, please contact Lauren Klett at Activate Allen County, lklett@activateallencounty.com, or call us at 419-221-5035. Our tagline is to make the healthy choice the easy choice. And we've recognized that with youth in our county, that starts with education and giving them the tools to actually have the ability to do that themselves. So for more information, just contact our office again at 419-221-5035. Thank you.
Great, thank you. And from our Parks Department, Rick Stolley, the director, and Brett Ream are here to introduce a new activity in the Lima Marketplace with Dr. Paul Scheiweiler, who owns Hawthorne Hills and I think other golf courses in the region. I've forgotten which ones. He's a kind of really done, I think, a great job putting together the golf courses that are here, public courses, and has been very active in sprucing them up, particularly with, I've been out to the courses, and I know the challenge we've had in the city with the death of trees due to the emerald ash borer. And that same devastation has been visited on the private courses which has really required a lot of attention over the last couple of years. So, but there's a new opportunity for folks, young and old, in our community, and that's what they're here to talk about.
Thank you, Mayor. It's great to be here. Just kind of quick wrap, just a little bit about our new partnership that we are introducing today, and then ask Dr. Schuyler to explain some of the details of foot golf. And then Brett Ream, our recreation supervisor, talking about the formation of a new and exciting league that we're going to be getting underway. So real quick, a few months ago, Hawthorne Hills decided to invest in another recreational opportunity for the folks of Lima. We saw this as a terrific opportunity to partner with Hawthorne and the vision they have for getting people out and enjoying golf courses, and particularly Hawthorne, with the foot golf program. So we started to talk a little bit about some opportunities that we could afford to the Lima community, and decided it might be a good idea to put together a league for this fall to kind of run a pilot program, and then if things go well, we'd like to look at moving forward with potential activity again in the spring. So it truly is a great sport. It's new and upcoming, and Doc, if you want to come up and give us a little background on that, and then we'll have Brett give us some details on the league formation. So, Dr. Schuyler.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Mr. Stolley and Mayor Berger. I can't tell you how happy I am to be able to have the opportunity to explain a little bit about the sport of foot golf. Foot golf is a sport that really came to the United States from Europe very recently, just within the last 5 to 10 years, and has really started and been very popular on the coasts, and it's moving towards the Midwest. The foot golf is really, it's golf. We don't like to call it golf, but in many ways it's very similar to golf, but it's played with a soccer ball. So the cups are very large. They're 21 inches. It's played with a standard soccer ball. You don't need any special equipment other than a soccer ball and non-cleated shoes. So you come on out, bring your soccer ball. It's laid out within the constraints of the inside 9 at Hawthorne. Okay, so it's a beautiful setting. There's some rolling hills. It's not a difficult sport to play. Anybody can play it. I've played it. My wife and I have played it. Matter of fact, we went all over the Midwest playing foot golf courses before we designed our own out at Hawthorne Hills. Again, it's a fantastic venue for families. Okay, we've have lots of parents there with little kids. We have young teenager teams coming out. We have older folks like myself, coming out in groups. Grandparents bringing out their grandchildren, and this is a fantastic opportunity to enter into a partnership with the city, because this is a wonderful way to bring families together, and I think it's a great activity that we can all share in. So I don't know if that's pretty much.
You mentioned certification.
Oh, yeah. Well, yes, thank you, Maria. When my wife and I started investigating this, you have to fulfill certain targets, certain criteria to be certified by the American Foot Golf League. They're not necessarily that difficult, but there are certain equipment issues, certain design layouts, certain rules, certain ways you present it, certain way the courses have to appear, and we complied with all of those. So our course is actually certified by the American Foot Golf League. So we actually have a handicap system that we're going to be putting into place, so you can go and play at any course in the United States with a handicap that has been established, here at Hawthorne. So it's a lot of fun. I'd invite everybody to come out and play it. Come together, come in groups, come with your families, come with your children. You'd all have a great time. I'm sure the Japanese visitors would have loved it, but it would have been a lot.
They would have.
Yeah, would have been a lot of fun. Yeah, next time. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Brett?
Thank you, Mayor. As Rick and Dr. Schuyler stated, we had decided or been approached to partner with Hawthorne Hills to form some type of a pilot league. So we sat down and discussed. We thought 2-person teams would be best. Tee times on Sundays between 3 and 4 p.m. Again, playing in the fall, it's going to get dark early. We want to make sure everybody can be done before it's dark. Since this is a pilot program, we're asking the participants be at least 16 years old. League play would begin on Sunday, September 21st and run through October 26th. There will be a $10 registration for the league. That will give you a league T-shirt and also league privileges. And league privileges get you a $2 off regular price of playing foot golf. So it would be $10 for adult and $7 for a student with a student ID. A size 5 soccer ball must be used. You can bring your own or is available for rent at the clubhouse. Cost for the rental is $3 per ball, and that requires a $15 refundable deposit. As Dr. Scheiweiler said, no cleats are permitted, and we'll take a maximum of 22-person teams for this. So if anybody has questions, wants to get registered, they can contact Hawthorne Hills at 419-221-1891, or they can contact our office at 419-221-5195. So a unique opportunity. When did the course open, Doc?
Let's see, I think we started at the end of July.
End of July, and he said today close to 600 rounds have been played. So people are using it, and it's a unique opportunity. I'd never heard of it, until we went out and seen it, and it's really something to see. So it's a unique opportunity for the citizens of Lima and surrounding counties really to participate in an activity and get some exercise. So the other thing I wanted to mention, our 5th and 6th grade girls volleyball registration is underway. Forms are being sent home through the Lima City Schools. The deadline to sign up is no later than September 23rd. It's $30 for participants attending schools inside the city limits and $35 for those outside. We'll have an organizational meeting on Wednesday, September 24th, and practices will begin on September 29th, and games will begin on October 4th and run the entire month of October, so on Saturday. So practices during the week, games on Sunday or Saturdays in October. And again, it's an instructional league. If your children have never played before, it's an opportunity for them to, come out and learn about the game of volleyball. So again, it's an instructional league. So it's another possible activity to get kids involved in things. Thank you.
One other thing, Brett, did you mention registration will be done at our office?
No, I didn't.
Registration for the foot golf will take place at 900 South Collett, so we can get you signed up so we have an idea. And the folks at Hawthorne will refer you to us as well so we can get you sized up for shirts and so forth. So look forward to it. Where else would you want to spend a beautiful Sunday afternoon in the fall watching the leaves change from week to week and the serenity of play at a local golf course? So come on out and enjoy the opportunity. Thank you all.
Very good. Good luck with this. It sounds like a great new opportunity. And lastly this morning, Veronica McLaurin is here with an announcement of homeownership classes that LACA will be offering. Good morning.
I am very pleased to announce that LACA will be adding an additional 3 classes to our homeownership course schedule this year. The next class that we are offering will begin September 16th and run through the 25th. These are 2-week classes, but they're only 3 days a week. It's awesome information about the home buying process. We are HUD certified counselors. We're a HUD certified housing counseling agency. So we offer information on maintenance, foreclosure prevention. We also can assist individuals with referrals to realtors, lenders, and insurance agencies. Very excited also to be able to offer down payment assistance to these families that are eligible. Eligible participants can receive up to $6,000 in down payment assistance, and some may even be eligible for up to $10,000. So this is a huge chunk of money to be able to assist an individual with being able to lower their mortgage payment and even possibly get a better mortgage loan than what they would originally get. So we're excited to offer those. Interested individuals can contact Heather Hedrick at 419-227-0158, extension 122. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. The homeownership classes make a difference. Folks really do get their budgets in line and improve their credit scores. They position themselves to be able to buy good quality housing. And over the years, do you know offhand there have been literally hundreds of people that have qualified to purchase homes, and it's well in excess of $10 million in real estate that's been afforded through this. So it's a great opportunity for folks to be able to move from being a renter to a homeowner. And even through the worst of the recession, the track record of our home buying families was superior. Doesn't mean it was perfect, but it was superior. And I don't think there is another market segment that did as well as the folks that came through these classes. So we want to encourage people to take advantage of them and the resources then that go with it. I believe that's all that we have for today, so I appreciate everybody being here and participating. Thank you very much, and we'll break down for interviews.
Brett. Actually, I think did we speak with you when Eddie did the story? Yes. Okay, so we've got him with the whole concept. I'm gonna do the league on this one, okay? Because I've got file tape, and I've got Jesse, Tom knows, Sandra, and Cherry. I think everybody knows. Oh, dates, don't worry about. I have that.
Okay.
My question to you is, bringing something new to the community and being able to do this and why you guys wanted to participate.